sugar on the chocolate tree, no blade of grass, no drop shop on the workshop, no sandy veiny fish shop, Barcelona bits of fishes, no tender only fish was stones. Let's back yourself again.
Pounding cataracts of midnight streams unknown to us, builded in leafless tracks, valleys huge of Tartarus. Lurid, lofty, vast it seems, it has no rounded name that rings, but I have heard it called in dreams a city of the end of things. Its roofs, iron towers have grown, none know how high within the night, but in its murky streets far down, a flaming, terrible and bright shakes all stalking shadows there across the walls, the floors, and shifts upon the upper air from out 1,000 furnace doors. And all the while an awful sound keeps roaring on continually, crashes in the ceaseless round of a gigantic harmony, through its grim depths re-echoing, and all its weary height of walls with measured roar and iron ring, inhuman music lifts and falls, where no thing rests and no man is, only fire and night hold sway. Beat thunder, his cease not change, not night nor day, and moving and unheard commands the abysses and vast fires between. Split fingers that with clanking hands obey a hideous routine. They are not flesh, are not bone, see not with human eye, and from their iron lips is blown a dreadful and monotonous cry. And whoso of our mortal race should find that city unawarely, death would smite him face to face, blanch him with its venom there, or caught by their spell, each thread of memory snapped and cut, its soul would shrivel and its shell go rattling like an empty nut. It was not always so, but once in days that no man thinks upon, fair voices echoed from its stones, light above it leaped forth. There were multitudes of men that built that city in their pride, until its might was made, and then they withered age by age and died. But now of that prodigious race, three only in an iron tower, set like carved idols face to face, remain the masters of its power. And at the city gate, a fourth gigantic and with dreadful eyes is looking toward the lightless north. Fast rooted to the lurid floor, a bulk that never moves a jot. In his pale body dwells no more, or mind or soul. Yes, sometime in the end those three shall perish, and their hands be still, and with the master's touch shall flee their income. You'll suck it up, hell skill. This absolute is death, along the slacking wheels shall lie, and flagging at a single breath, the fire shall molder out and die. A roar shall vanish at its height, and over that tremendous town, silence of eternal night shall gather close and settle down. All its grim grandeur, tower and hall shall be abandoned utterly, and into rust and dust shall fall. From century to century, nor ever leaping in the center hole. No trunk of tree, no blade of grass, no drum shall fall, no sound of any foot shall pass. Alone of its accursed state, one thing the hand of time shall spare, for the grim idiot at the gate is deathless and eternal there. Beside pounding cataracts of midnight streams unknown to us, builded in leafless tracts, valleys huge of Tartarus. Lurid, lofty, vast it seems, it has no rounded name that rings, but I have heard it called in dreams the city of the end that towers bend the plain, to hunt ants and belly snow on snakes. It crashes in the ceaseless round of a gigantic harmony, to its grim depths re-echoing, and all its weary height of walls, with measured roaring iron ring and human music lifts and falls. Where nothing rests and no man is only fire and night holds sway. Beat thunder, hiss, cease, not change, not night nor day. And moving at unheard commands, the abysses and vast fires between. Flip figures that with clanking hands obey a hideous routine. They are not flesh, are not bones, see not with human eye. And from their eyelids is blown a dreadful and monotonous cry. And whoso of our mortal race should find that city unaware, lean death would smite him face to face, blanch him with its venom there, or caught by the terrific spell, each shred of memory snapped and caught. His soul was smite, was made and dead. They withered age by age and God. It was not always so, but once in days that no man thinks upon, their voices echoed from its stones. Light above it leaped and shone. Once there were multitudes of men that built that city in their pride, until its might was made and met. They withered age by age and died. Fast rooted to the lurid floor, a boat that never moves adjust. In his pale body dwells no more, or mind or soul, an idiot. But sometime in the end those three shall perish, and their hands be still, and with the master's touch shall flee their incommunicable skill. A stillness absolute as death along the slacking wheels shall lie, and flagging at a single breath the fire shall molder out and die. The roar shall vanish at its height, and over that tremendous town silence of eternal night shall gather close and settle down. Its grim grandeur, tower to tackle the abound in hope shut utterly, and into rust and dust shall fall and dust. From century to century, nor ever living shall grow, no trunk of tree, no blade of grass, no drop shall fall, no wind shall blow, no sound of any foot shall pass. Alone of its accursed state, one thing the hand of time shall spare, for the grim